Not as a main goal, but you know, if it happens. My opponent was just AFK for like 7 minutes, so I queued up a limited match. I forgot that I played against my opponent a few times and they play Hollow One. Deck is not very good. So playing Breach Mirrors, you're probably better off than you think, or you could definitely like learn them well enough, but at the same time, like that's a choice or a gauge that you have to make. Like, I don't know. I think when it's sharp, I also think that sometimes players sort of pigeonhole themselves and say, I don't get. I mean, we exiled both my season pyros, but that's okay. No harm, no foul. Oh, it was Arena Glory. Okay. Well, at least they didn't play the Mako on one. You believe me now after I did it? Good. Am I queued for the next RC? I am, yeah. I am, yeah. Yeah. Guess I'm just passing. More of a wear or a tear person? I'm definitely a tear person. I don't like wearing clothes. Not really for me. Oh, I didn't play the mountain. Um, I don't know if I'm casting the discharge. Basically, like, let me finish chewing and I'll explain it. There's a series of things I want to do over the next few turns, and I want to give myself the best opportunity to make them line up well. But what those things are changes on what my opponent's does. So like, I decided I didn't want to play the bombardment because I don't actually think it does that much on this board. I want to have the opportunity to kill both my opponent's creatures if I feel they're threatening enough to kill. But I don't want to price myself into doing that. And I think playing the mountain does do that. Also, this fetches a surveil land, and there's a very small window where I can get value out of this surveil land. So I basically want to like, I want to use my mana the most so I can deploy the most amount of. I want to make plays so that they have impact. I want to make as many plays that have high impact as possible. While also like trying to sequence my plays so that they line up well over the next few turns. My hands don't get clunky. So I didn't feel like I was priced into galvanicking this, partially because I might want to galvanic something else. And there's a small window where this can fetch a surveil land. If I play the mountain, I lose the opportunity to fetch a surveil land here. Well, because I'm not playing a fetch, right? But then I'm also like losing the opportunity to use this mana if I don't galvanic. Because this galvanic could hit a hollow one or a Mako or something else that's bigger, like using it here actually has opportunity cost because this is the worst creature in their deck. Well, like also like I always have the wear tear mana up, so I can always interact with this fear of missing out if I want to. Yeah, so but we the reason I'm doing this is because it keeps me flexible. It doesn't pigeonhole me into one specific line. But the reason why it doesn't pigeonhole me into one specific line is because of the reasons I'm listing. So like my goal is to try and have my plays be impactful while also not making my plays in a few turns be clunky. And I think the best way to do that is play the fetch land and not the mountain, because I have a small window for the Elegant Parlor. This still lets me be flexible. This still lets me double spell if I need to or want to, etc. We do take a bunch of damage. They have another FOMO now, though, but fine. Yeah, I mean, I hope that makes sense. I mean, the dishes is functionally one life too, right? Well, no, it's all because we're always fetching with the land, if that's what you mean. It's actually like because I would need to fetch a shock if I wanted to have double red this turn, which I do. So it's actually like I gain 2 life by doing this. You believe Ranger counter is good enough for potential breach ban or replace them with Fables or something? I don't know. It's impossible to say. not only is it like really hard to theorize on something that we're not 100% on, like we can probably say with like a good chance that Breach will get banned. But also like you're kind of deciding that like Fable isn't being played because of Breach. Uh because of Ranger Captain, when like maybe Ranger Captain just fits in the deck better than Fable does, you know? Like the reason that people are playing Ranger Captain over Fable is well, because Ranger Captain does stuff against Breach, but also at the same time, like Fable just isn't that powerful in the deck. If it was, like, people would play it over Pyro. So like I don't know, the question you're asking is just kind of like predetermined or a little shallow. Like I don't think it's that simple. We did get kind of blown out by this phone right here, but whatever. It's also like impossible to know. Like I don't know. It's possible you just don't play more 3 drops. It's possible you just play other removal. Like it's very meta dependent. If the Odom chant isn't that great, but I see what you're saying. Well, um, yeah, I mean, it's it's just hard to say. Like, is Rangers captain good enough without Breach in the format? Unlikely. But could you still play Ranger captain and have it be impactful? Yeah. Is it like, does Ranger captain fit into the blue version better still? Like, yeah, because you can grab things like Mockingbird. Is the blue version a little better? Maybe. So like maybe you want to play Ranger captain still. Like there's just a lot of variables. It's just hard to know, right? And like I don't know is the other thing. Like it's very easy to say like we can cut Ranger Captain. I don't know if you want to replace them with other 3 drops, so that's sort of like my follow up to that really. 100% focus. Time to put in trying to scratch off your bucket list. No, I am not 100%. Well, that's a really like that's a hard thing to answer. Captain, I'll go back to the captain question though. Like captain does get worse if Breach isn't there. 100%. I don't know if you just snap replace captain with another 3 drop though. I assume you replace it. I don't know. Is because like a lot of things could change, right? It's just it's hard to theorize these things without knowing. Um I want to try and make the PG once. Put into it and try and scratch it off your bucket list. The I think it's good to have goals, and it's good to sort of rationalize how much time and effort you want to put in towards hitting those goals. But there's no sound equation you can have with Magic that really like put in X hours, get X result. Um, Partially because it's a game with randomness, but also because that's just not how things really work in real life, you know? And uh, I wish I had a better answer, but if you're looking to qualify for the PT, it's different than like if you're just looking to get better, if that makes sense. Um, Obviously, getting better will lead you to. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. Obviously, getting better will lead you to more positions to be on the PT, but or it will need you to more positions to be on the PT, but they like kind of lead to the same spot. If you're looking to just spike the PT and like that's it, you're on. There's like many other things you can do that don't involve like getting good at Magic, if that makes sense. So like, and I don't mean just like cheating or whatever, but um. Go to 14. Otherwise, I go to 15. Flashback the Flage next turn, no matter what. Any functional difference? Killing. White Phoenix is. Do that after combat. The event is possibly the best chance of qualifying for the PT, basically. Yeah, but you also like. You also need to be good enough to like the statement sort of like is it worth it, I guess, is sort of like the if you really reduce it down, and the answer is no, it's not worth it. Most things in Magic aren't worth it, really, is kind of the short answer. um so if you're looking for like how do I how do I get the required outcome I want, the answer is you have to play a lot and get better at the game and try to improve. And there's no good equation to that, because sometimes you will qualify for the PT really easily and sometimes it'll take a long time and it'll be like rolling a rock up a hill or whatever, right? It's if it was as easy to just like do A plus B and you'll get C, like you would just do it, right? Now we're trying to qualify for the PT. Yeah, I mean it. I had a few people over the years be like, I would like to qualify for the Pro Tour, but I also want to like focus on my work and school and stuff. And it's like everything in life takes opportunity cost and sacrifice and the whole nine. Like, if you want to qualify for the PT, you'll make it work eventually. but there's no real easy outcome, and or there's very few times where there's easy outcome. The times where it's easy outcome is like you won't stop. You won't be satisfied. You'll keep wanting to try to qualify. So like you girls in the X everything out. Yeah, me too. So how bad do you actually want it? You know? I was gonna say, I guess I'm forced to chump block, but it's not even lethal. Whereas my opponent's still playing. Like, I've been yabbing you this entire time, and we still have 11 minutes on them. So insane. I think I've beat them round one multiple times now. I don't know why they keep registering this deck. It just doesn't seem very good. Feeling either of these actually matter. They put you to 4. We have lethal, lethal. Plus lethal, plus. Yeah, okay. Oh, hello, Mark. How are you? So my opponent mulled to 6 on the play. Turn 1, they went Fence, Amber, Bauble, Tomio, Emery. I killed the Emery with 1 Galvanic. They untapped, played Saga, played Oracle, attacked with the Tomio, made a clue. They didn't leave any cards on top with Oracle, as far as I know. Why is tell a story disabled? Because I ran out of stories and people kept expecting stories from me. Barker Esper. What's is it modern or standard? What format? Oh, I could mix of Esper and Gruul, but I don't have access to Gruul cards because I'm a chump. I would play Esper. Blue black kind of pretty bad win rate at the PT. Even though like the mid range version's been like winning some of the challenges, like I think overall it's not better than Pixie or Esper. You can also like I think you can build your deck to beat Domain Pixie. They grab another Opal. Chooses Breach. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we all slip Pride. I think we have lethal next turn. We're tapping the Opal. They only have like they have the two creatures, but alright. I'm about trying blue rock balance to play this Jace away to mill domain, but I feel like it might be a little too slow. It's probably a little too slow, yeah. I think you're better just playing up like trying to play a bunch of counter spells and stuff. Bolt, Breach, Snare, Tomio. Gonna kill this Tomio. And then I think between the Pride, all my tokens and everything, I should have. Upstairs. Okay. Definitely want these. Definitely want these. Definitely want these. Got these. Got these. 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 I don't know, man. Good. I would like a removal spell, I guess. I am pretty weak to any creature. And maybe this isn't a keep. Whoa. Gerald Trottenberg died? Sad. Who's young? 40, 39. Recently had a liver transplant. My opponent has no plays. Mold to 6. Definitely don't want that. Another one. Alright, hope I don't draw Rathless, guys. Alright, well. I'm grabbing a guy, so. I wonder if they have like Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle Ranger Captain. I wonder if they have Pithing. Why are we tapping our Opal instead of our colorless one? Oh, maybe they have. If they grab other Opal, have another land, they can make another token. I wouldn't have to worry about Pithing Needle then. I wonder what they're thinking. They did just grab another Opal. Wonder if they have Fire Spout. Pyro. Fire Spout. That's shocking that one turn to thin was probably a bit loose. Probably a bit. That was a 14 attack for 6. Well, I can like orange chant them. They can't attack next turn. So I can take 6 here, go to 6. 500 Wrath, this guy's we're in a pretty good spot. The reason to not discard that. Can you please restart the stream so you can see the start? Yeah, sure. 1 second. My bad. Just ignore all the stuff I'm doing here. It'll restart soon, I swear. All right, you can't attack this turn. Just have separate window looping the start stream so we can watch you twice. I don't have a start stream. I should start screen. I should get a start screen. It is a little bit of a flavor text angle. They sink into stupor that. Bit annoying. Come on, come on, come on. So a mountain in my deck. Four. What's me that? Eight. I think I do have an attack. Surprised they didn't fire off the Soul Guide Lantern. I just need to dodge a another like pyro or fire spout. Base bauble claim heat. Uses bauble. Mm-hmm. Lethal next turn? 3, 7. Maybe lethal? Mm-hmm. Come on, come on, come on. No, I would have been short still. Right? Because I would have been at 3. I could have jumped the Ragavan. I guess I would get another look. Force to block there. 2. Black, green, reanimate. What the hell? What the hell? What is this album cover? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He's like screaming. He's crying. There's a lot of rain. Rain, rain, rain. It was like booty cheeks before. Oh yeah, the Party Next Door album. That one's weird, yeah. Stomping grounds? You like 100% just have what's the destroy gain 4? No? Unholy Heat? Why'd you shock in? Have an Unholy Heat? Must be Unholy Heat. Station. Okay. How silent can these stones be? Another one. Another one. Playing the Mox is weird. Well, they have to discard otherwise. And I assume they want it in play rather than in the graveyard, but I don't know. So stoned. Didn't realize they're at 7. Yeah. That's the only reason why it would make sense, right? What, Underworld Breach? Fogger. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. They do seem kind of locked. Yeah, I don't think the game's over, but we are pretty far ahead, I would say. Come on. They're gonna land for 8 turns as well. I guess they had the Saga. Yeah, they had the Saga, and they had Opal, Amber, Bauble, right? So this could have just been their blue source, and they could have like a bunch of blue 1-drops. The deck plays like 17 or 18 lands. It's like very mana hungry. You guys was Pyro 5 turns ago, they would be dead. Yeah, but I might just. I was kind of worried that if I played the Pyro with like no good follow-up, they could just play second land Pyroclasm or something, so I didn't really want to jam into it too much. You didn't hear the drums until later, yeah. Like when I heard the drums, I'm like, fuck, this sounds like fucking In Bloom. My opponent playing Eldrazi. In this economy, my opponent's taking it slow. A little surveil end of turn. In a 7-drop. Oh, they have Kozileks. See. Remember when people used to play Matter Shaper? They have 4 card types. This one. What? Oh, okay. Four, 3. I mean, I guess if they have exactly a soul land, has to be Eldrazi Temple though. We can respond to a 6, 8 man. Meow. Mm. Meow, 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 meow. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Would like to pay. My coworkers are pissed. Imagine having a job in an office. Couldn't be me. We're merging. We're merging. Would they? Grabbed another Emrakul. That's 11. Can they cast it? Oh, okay. Alright, well. All good. Are people now playing this dragon? Yeah, I think it's really bad, but people are playing it. Not going to beat air guys. Yeah, maybe not. Big dragon. Huge dragon. Any Mind Dragons in chat? Meow. Meow, 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 meow. You have 3 cards still. Uh, and yet they won Curious. Yeah, you got me. Got me. Keep. My opponent's on 61 cards. Oh, nice. Ow. I wonder if they left something good on top. Not a card I can cast. Well, I'm definitely playing this. Yeah, that was the worry. Like play Rumble or something. Play the Ocelot Pride. Yeah, I just don't think I'm supposed to play Pride, I guess. Yeah, if I don't play the Pride, I think I win the game. That's good for me. That they hit the bombardment and not one of my lands. Four, five, six. Hit you for 4. I lose the bombardment though. It's really hard to sink the last few points without this bombardment. And they're worried about the bombardment, or else they would have just hit one of my lands. I just straight sounds go with blink. I O2'd. Rumble me. World Breaker, land. They already played their land. This is world. They already had way more than enough. Was more trying to kill the token. Mm-hmm. Fetus. Yeah, it is getting quite broken, yeah. I still think like if I didn't play that Ocelot Pride on turn 2, I think I win this game pretty handily. 20. Kozilek's command, here guys, brawl, Kozilek's uses here guys. Land, draw. I mean, I think if... I mean, it depends on what I draw, really. We might be able to kill them next turn. If they've been through 3 commands, I get a free attack here. Pretty strong. This is an insane block. Cost could you possibly dismember? Oh my god. These are the same. I guess it's not. Alright, well, dead do a lot of things. Yeah. Oh. Not dead to that. Something good, please. Yes. Need to dodge for one more turn. I think we have lethal. Alright. Any dodgers? Anybody dodging? Run lava dart? Gut shot's better. Why is gut shot better? Both free spells. Ooh. Nice. Because you said so? Alright, fair play. Fair play. Mog Fanatic? Game it on the snack. Already crumbled to dust? Oh, that card costs way too much. Everybody up crumbling they dust? No, nobody's crumbling they dust? Another land? Getting a little punished for putting a spell on the bottom? Because we drew land. Good job on bottom. 3 cards. Too hard. Anybody have smashing too hard? Seven mana. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't play against the social brand people who play Eldrazi, so to play Eldrazi anymore. True. I agree. Good point. Good idea. Come on. Alright, we have outs. Never mind. Hollow one. Yeah. No hollow one. Boros Energy. Another Ragavan. Yippee! So doing well. I've heard it's good. Do links work here? Sometimes they do. Holy shit. You can buy his grills? That's insane. Right Venture one might have been the sauce. Yeah, it's kind of a flip though, right? Like if they have removal spell and they hit me with their Ragavan and they get to go guide into Pride afterwards, I'm in like a lot of danger, you know? Because now they have 3 threats I can't really deal with. So hard to get value out of second Ragavan playing it. Turn 1 guarantees it's a real card. Right, but it makes the rest of my hand worse, right? And it is hard to get value out of these, but with Pyromancers and this Goblin Bombardment, I think I can get some value out of them. Maybe not a full card, but I think I can get like maybe trade 2 of them for 1 card or something. You know, like I don't think they're completely dead. Just deal with the threats. Because your removal spell scales better into late game. No, they don't, because cards like Ocelot Pride and Guide of Souls, they compound. So like the first Ocelot Pride hit is worth more than the third. So like I want to stop the first Ocelot Pride hit, if that makes sense. Like if they can guarantee their first Ragavan hit, even if I kill it after, they're still up a Ragavan hit. I think at least. Alright, let's play. Beyond the draw, you might need to take risks. Bomba helps Ragavan be useful at this point of the game. I didn't really consider that. Yeah, that's sort of, I guess, like, I do, you're right. I think I might have to take more risks, but I think with Bombardment, obviously the second Ragavan sucks, but the Bombardment sort of bails me out, allows the Ragavan to have a little bit more value. And then it's not like it's always a dead card. I do have Pyromancers to loot them away, right? You are right though. Like if I play Ragavan and they don't have removal, it's a much better position, but it's a lot riskier, I think. I don't know if I want to take that risk if I don't have to. I think this is my best line here. Need to get a picture. What if Pink Ranger Captain shot it with a Johnny and then land up shoot Pride with Cat in play? That's fair. Pink Ranger Captain shot it with a Johnny and then left up shoot Pride with Cat. Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's better. That is better. Why would you shoot it and then discharge it? Why wouldn't you just discharge it? You gain the extra energy. On the other hand, is God of Souls card. Find a land. We're in a pretty good spot. Big plans for their energy, I guess so. I mean, it does get them a extra energy, but I don't know if you don't necessarily like waste a cat token. Or... All right, well, I guess they could have another galvanic, and it cleans the blade here. It's not super unlikely. Have my berries, and if they have second galvanic. Dismember. LOL. Dismember's not very good in the mirror. Mm. You lost your flage over it. True. I did lose my flage over it. True, true. The only thing they would leave on top is like the haste land. And they've been to strands. So. Might have lethal now. Let's say I'm at minus 1, 3, 5. I'm at 3. That guy as well might have been best possible draw. Has to be lethal, right? Mm-hmm. you're dead no matter what. You're dead no matter what. You're super fucking dead. I mean, like, obviously, results not theory in this circumstance, but the second Ragavan did matter this game. I think if I ran into a Galvanic on one, really far behind, if they have Galvanic. I mean, obviously it worked out. Like, we drew pretty well afterwards, but I think we definitely could leverage the Ragavan a bit more. Meow. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just supposed to try to take more risks. You think you hate it? I think it's pretty good. I like it a lot. For the amount you hate it, maybe I like it. Everything in balance. Meow. Maybe this hand was a bit too clunky on the draw. How do you feel about Energy versus Ketramose piles? I don't think Energy's super unfavored. I think Energy's probably slightly favored. We defer. Well, I mean, you can dislike Wrath. I'm not saying like you 100% should play Wrath. I'm saying I like it though. I don't think like it's like a card you have to play in your deck. I just think it's pretty good. Maybe I should just start making TikTok clickbait videos about stuff like the drama. So static prisoner deck. Okay. My opponent is not playing around Wrath with this, guys. You already baited. We need YouTube content. I'm so bad at YouTube. What kind of YouTube content would you want? Just like stream clips? $12 yard sheet. Sounds like a good idea. Miss Trigger's allowed in a single PT and still be able to collect prize for a second. Give me a second. It's funny because like that guy, like Shadow Titan, he's been in here quite a bit. He played against Dawson, a friend of mine, in round 13, I think. And I was watching Dawson and he walked up and introduced himself. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. And then all this stuff happened and I was like, that's really sketchy. And then it comes out that he like got DQ'd from the RC. I don't know if he was cheating. Like, maybe he's cheating. He's a really bad cheater. It looked like he was just like insanely sloppy and used to playing online. But that doesn't excuse his behavior. But his actions afterwards are incredibly weird. Like the tweet where he's like hiding replies. It's one thing to be like, it's my first PT. I didn't quite understand. I made some mistakes. You're dismembering this? At like the RC level. My bad. Type beat, right? That's not this. I don't think it's def cheating. I think if you say it's definitely cheating, it's like a really gross analysis of what's happening. Can we read the hidden tweets on stream? You want to read the hidden tweets on stream? You did not look at Magic Twitter. They're pretty bad. Yeah, they're pretty. No idea what we're talking about. Makes it seem like cheating for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's weird because like someone who's innocent probably wouldn't do that. But also, like, let's say you make a series of mistakes. And then you're like, I really don't want to deal with, like, a bunch of backlash, or, like, I'm nervous about how people will react. It's not unrealistic that, like, why would you attack my Ajani? I think my opponent's playing really badly. It 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 kind of makes sense that he would hide responses because he doesn't want backlash. You know, like that. It's not unreasonable. It is certainly very odd, though. One drop. Still remembering what Overlord, but forgetting to draw off beans when he's going to deck himself. Yeah, no, okay, let me put it this way, and I'm not going to budge on this position no matter what you say, because I've seen other points of this, but, like, if a player is doing that on purpose, it looks like that. If a player is also just very, very sloppy at Magic, they will just miss both triggers no matter what. And he did that. He missed a lot of triggers. I watched him miss a lot of things that were, like, good or bad for him to miss. Like, he missed a trigger that could have won him the game in the match 5. So, like, your point that he only misses triggers that are good for him to miss, like, isn't necessarily true, because we see him miss other things also, right? So, like, the point doesn't necessarily hold consistently. They're flashing back this Flage no matter what. Peace. How many total were detrimental versus beneficial? That's not something you can quantify. This is sort of my point. If you can only decide if he's cheating or not cheating, if you quantify them both and you say, oh, he's missed more that benefit him than he hasn't, that's not the point. The point is, why is he missing them? How is he missing them? How consistent is it? I'm not saying he shouldn't get in trouble. I'm saying that people saying he's cheating are missing the idea that, like, if he's cheating, he's really shit at it. And he should get caught for it anyways. Like, he should just get, like, in trouble for it. But I don't think he's cheating because it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's not a logical... Cheating doesn't have to be logical. But, like, just calling for him to be, like, thrown into the sun is kind of ridiculous. You can prove cheating like that. I'm just saying it's suspicious if he missed 20 triggers and 50 of them, put him in a better spot than missing them. Well, I mean, even if it was 10 to 10, why is he missing so many triggers? Right? My point is, like, I don't necessarily disagree with you. One looks sketchier than the other, but both are really bad. So, like, what... That sort of line to me just, like, doesn't exist, you know? It's like... It's insanely sketchy either way. He was DQ'd. Well, I haven't checked it myself, but other people have checked it. They said they went back because he played against somebody, and that person said that he was DQ'd during their match, and other people went back and checked that match. At that level of play, there probably should be as much of an excuse for the sheer amount. Right, but the point about, like, it's the nomenclature that's being used. Describing it as cheating. Cheating is a very descript for an action. It's not just a person makes a series of mistakes a lot. That is not cheating. So that's sort of the point I'm making. Do I think if you make a series of mistakes, you should go without punishment? No. You probably should have some repercussions. Is it cheating? No. Is it calling it definitely cheating benefiting anybody? No. So like there's a bit more critical thought that goes into it, you know? It's not super likely to be intentional. That's sort of what I'm saying. Is I don't think it's close to super likely to be intentional. I think it's incredibly unintentional. Kid's just a bit of a goober. I guess he's not a kid. Surprised they didn't give me back the static person to throw this flager in my face. I guess my opponent's been playing poorly the entire time, so it doesn't really matter, but... How do you learn if you're not held accountable for cheating? Well, you learn by people telling you, hey, you're making a bunch of mistakes. Like, I've made mistakes in matches before. I wasn't cheating. I didn't necessarily get the right quote-unquote punishment for it. But, why is my opponent taking so long? Why did they play their arena glory? Not their flag. Some weird time. He wasn't just remembering the good ones and missing the bad ones. That, like, that's just not true. Because he was also missing some ones that benefited him also. You can't just, like, only see some things that, like, justify your argument. I don't think the judges... Okay, let me put it this way. If the judges were holding him accountable, I think there should be more of a punishment. And I think... And this is sort of, like, the crux of where I'm coming from with all this is... I think if they were holding him accountable, there needs to be better transparency. Because if he is being held accountable and people don't see that he's being held accountable, they don't think he's being held accountable. So there needs to be something that, like, shows he's actually being held accountable, you know? Like, people need to see it, or they need to be able to understand that it's actually happening. Because, like, it doesn't seem that it is. And it's a pretty big issue, I think. And I know that there's issues within that where, like, you can't just do that all the time. But 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Force Claw. 3. Anyway. 9. DQ 2% of players at random. I agree. Remove triggers from the game. True. I'm wrong. But that instance where is the saying is above. Well, I think I haven't like combed all the footage, but I know against Matt Nass in the finals, he missed a bean trigger with his Atraxa, and if he drew that extra card, he would have been in a much better position to potentially win the game. And he just missed it. Like, it was a good trigger for him to have, and he completely missed it. And that just, like, kind of shows me that, like, it's not necessary that he's, like, only missing the bad ones, because he wasn't. He missed that trigger, and it was pretty important for the finals. That being said, I also watched him miss a couple other pretty egregious things that, like, would have benefited him on camera. We don't know what we don't see off camera, for example. So, like, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, he's only sloppy, when he could be doing weird things not on camera too. All that being said, I don't think he's cheating. He should still get some sort of punishment for what he got. Like, he got DQ'd from another big event. I don't know if the RCs are professional or not, but he got DQ'd from another event. Had multiple infractions on camera that we saw. There should be a heavier punishment somewhere. I don't know what it is. I think there needs to be better transparency in the judge program also, because it's a lot of players I've seen think that either that just means it's okay to, like, cheat, basically, when, like, obviously it's not. Or they think that no action is ever being taken and people are just getting away with it, so now they can get away with it, which is, like, also something that you just never want to happen. Like, all outcomes for this is bad. I think the best way to remedy that is, like, have somebody say something. People do pitchfork too much. Obviously, like, it's a very passionate discussion. Like, cheating's pretty serious, but I do think people go a little overboard. A lot of this could be remedied if plays awful. You should have killed it before you went to combat. Play this game not very well. Back of the sleeves, yeah. Planes. Shuffle if possible. Boros Energy. Wonder if they're still playing Energy. Super duper marked, yeah. Auto RC. Oh. When was that? Oils are pretty brutal now, but yeah, the marked cards thing is rough. Wow, they have no plays. I guess they mulliganed. How we understand angle shooting versus actually enforcing the rules. What do you mean? Yuya, I don't think is banned anymore. No, I don't think he got a life ban. People talk about angle shooting all the time. Yeah. What does that even mean? Angle shooting is when you like. It's not like technically like the chalice check. Well, I don't even think chalice checking is angle shooting per se, but like that could be classified as angle shooting. Like it's not necessarily outside the rules, but like like if you have a chalice on one and I cast a 1-drop and you don't counter it, within the rules for you to do that, but like kind of a little sketchy sort of thing. Or like there's not, it's the thing is like when people say angle shooting, they're only like a lot of people just think they mean angle shooting. In reality, they're saying cheating. Like there was a rules change a long time ago where like you had to start remembering your opponent's triggers, and there's a difference between like may and must, and a lot of people would start like forgetting their own Eidolon triggers and say that, oh, it's my opponent's responsibility. In reality, that's just like you're just kind of cheating. Like you have to remember your Eidolon triggers. That's like a form of angle shooting, but it's also just pretty blatant cheating. It's not a great example. Right, but it's not a great example because there is a lot of reasons to do it. But the difference is like it's like your opponent's intent. Like if your opponent is trying to like get you to forget something, like angle shooting is not necessarily breaking the rules because it's not against the rules, but like it's a weird thing or a sketchy thing to do. So like I don't know how I don't have a better example, unfortunately. I read something on the weekend that was like somebody said something along the lines of like, I hope you forget your creature had trample, instead of just like acknowledging that they were dead. There's like, I would just hope you forget they'd have trample or something. I'd be like, weird. Why don't you just, what a weird thing. Like that's not necessarily like against the rules, but it's weird. Oh, you missing call the judge. Someone had played a pack trigger, they had to pay, and they were like, oh, I need to pay for pack, and you said no, you missed it and called it judge. Would that be angle shooting? No. Because you're enforcing the rules. That's not angle shooting. Like, what's another? There's the old Zan Syed thing that happened at a GP where his opponent was playing Eldrazi and had a Reality Smasher, and his Oko was on 2, and he blocked with a food token, and his opponent just said okay, and they went through combat, and then went to Zan's turn, he drew his card, and his opponent was like, your Oko should be dead, and Zan said you didn't say that you were assigning 2 trample damage to the Oko. You just said okay, and I assumed that you were assigning all 5 damage to the food or something. That's like a form of angle shooting. Not necessarily like, it's not against the rules, but like, come on. It was something like that. This was like pre-COVID, but I remember that. It was very funny. Like, not against the rules, but like, come on, man. The judge ruled the Oko is dead. Yeah, they called the judge, and the judge ruled that like the player attacked the Oko for that exact reason. The Oko is dead. Type beat. It was funny because afterward, like, I might have this saved, but I think the player like posted about this on Twitter and was just like, this is what happened. This person who's a part of this group like did this. I like, very obviously, like, that's not how this works, blah blah blah. And I was just like, right. Certainly a weird thing to just kill to do. It was Zan. Dan is an angle shooter. I've heard other stories like that. Yeah. It's sort of like angle shooting, like, you know when somebody's angle shooting. Angle shooting definitely like is like close to the line where it's like, you know, like, brother, that is just, it's not quite cheating, or like it's literally cheating if you like do something slightly different. Like, this is weird. You shouldn't be doing this. Also, like, you've probably just cheated a bunch before. Like, you've probably just engaged in a bunch of situational cheats that benefit you, and nobody is the wiser because like, why? Like, it seems like you're being stupid, but whatever. It don't matter in combat. I don't mind that. 200? What's 200? 100? Make his own game because he so thoroughly broke Magic. I have not been keeping up with a lot of people post-COVID, I'll be honest. Can I give you an example of angle shooting in Magic? Yeah, like, your opponent doesn't assign trample damage. I triangle shoot. Stonebrain and named a card. He showed me his hand, wrote it down, went to get the cards in the deck. I instantly cut it, but never took my hand off the deck. He said I failed to find the cards. Yeah, okay, that's a good angle shoot. Not a good angle shoot, but that is something that somebody would try to get away with for sure. Like, you looked at the deck, but you didn't grab anything. You have to physically take the card out of my graveyard. Shut the fuck up, bitch. What's the best angle to shoot? 90 degrees. You have an answer to this footage? Very nice angle shoot. Yeah, just like the scene from fucking American Psycho. Banger. Very nice angle shoe. Nice little pearly white. Alright, well, I'm gonna shove this flage in your face. Hopefully you can't shove a flage in my face. Any blue shirts? Their opponent missed a treasure token from Goblin Shaman because they wrote down the damage before making a token. That's crazy. I respect women. 6'2", by the way. How did they kill my flage? Oh, galvanic discharge. Oh, I gotta play. Alright, no kill, please. The best angle to shoot your shot with an e-girl? Well, I'm pretty short, so... $40 degrees? 45-ish? Streamer node. How tall is my ideal? 5'11". Not quite 6 foot, so I can chirp them for not being 6 foot. I think we were looking at greater than 60. No, we're looking at about 40 degrees. What? I wasn't doing that. You need to relax. You need to chill. Lose like a lot of my board here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Having an anxiety attack. Well, no, I was talking about the angle of talking to an e-girl. Now I can't support your favorite streamer for the month with a free subscription every month. What? Chat, did you know if you have a non-broken Twitch Prime, or if you have a non-broken Amazon Prime, you can connect it with your Twitch to make Twitch Prime? And if you have Twitch Prime, you can subscribe to your favorite streamer for free. It doesn't even have to be me. You're basically leaving money on the table. Alright, opponent, you're dead. I thought they were just gonna kill the Ocelot Pride before all this stuff resolved. White blood. Cars in the early 70s model. Say it back? No. No chatting. Zero chatting. Call for a Ketramose ban? No. You're actually late to call for a Ketramose ban. You're way too late. Everybody's already called for it. What? This Solitude's fucking insane. Are you just ephemerating this? No? Or we just pick it up? Holy shit. Push failure overlord. Picks up failure. Yeah, Ketramose, you just spew it off. Well, you can't. That's one of the funniest things about this. You just can't. Ketramose is not that good. It's not good enough to go around and just doing that. They pitched a Ketramose. Ketramose most overrated card of the year. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's close. Only been 2 months, also. Why'd they shock in this bog? Dog. They must have another ephemerate. Or not another ephemerate. They must have ephemerate. Control. Yep. Marched it. Thoughtseize, Witch Enchanter, Ephemerate. They have no cards in their hand. Picks up Failure. I don't think I want to give this haste. I think I might want to use all my mana next turn. Pretty good draw. Turn on top. Probably another salt. I don't. It would have to be Fatal Push or something. I don't think Bowmaster would do it. Could be another Merch. Failure isn't gonna do it. Could be Ephemerate. No, Ephemerate's pretty bad. Ephemerate's fine, I guess. Because they can Failure the Static Prison, and then Ephemerate a Solitude if they draw exactly a white card. But no attacks. Okay. They could have March. It could be March and then get back. Hold. But I mean, settle the wreckage. Could you imagine? Push. Oh. I think I have a pretty good attack with everything. Okay. I do like that they just like mind twisted themselves a bunch. That was my favorite part. That. Farms. Farms energy. Farmed themselves. That was crazy. Absolutely. Um these prides are actually at their worst here. Probably bring they have it's Overlord. About it. I probably want to do this on. I just need to hit my lands. Okay. Take it nice and slow. And slow. I think Ketramose is good, but all the blink stuff are the bad cards. Yeah, no, I mean I agree. I think Ketramose is very, very powerful. I think a lot of people, and I said this before, I think a lot of people have don't really know how to play against the black white blink deck that well when it plays like as a flash deck. And I think that when you add in something like Ketramose, that sort of like saves a lot of the bad parts of the deck. It seems like it's broken, and in reality, it's actually just like it's just an upgrade. Ketramose is strong, and people were playing like shit before into it anyways. So like, I don't know. I think the deck is decent. I think it's fine, but I think it could also be a lot better. Uh, Blood Baron, Solitude, Wrath of the Skies, Relic. Their hand sucks. All right. It's a I Vizcopa. We have a Verge in our deck. All right. Blood Baron is insane. It makes no sense. I don't want to keep the treasure. If they Wrath of the Skies my bombardment and my treasure, that's fine. We do have white cards. Lots of white cards. Picked up no cards. They returned no cards. 3 lands and a fatal push. Come on, come on. Come on. My rag exile start to make Kenking god a creature. Yeah. Slowly. Slowly but surely. You're running 4 Witch Enchanters? Ooh. True. Monkey, 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 monkey. Monkey, 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 monkey. Why do you have Vindicate in your deck? Why do you have Vindicate in your deck? I don't think that's for this matchup. Major Label bidding for Thursday was wild because Major Label believed that Evo was the next grunge and they were all fighting for the next Nirvana. Or Doorkeeper, no? I also think it's probably for Eldrazi and stuff. But yeah, basically like problematic permanents that you can't deal with otherwise. Where like 3 mana doesn't matter that much. Really bang on this 5 mana. Well, now they're not. They've mind twisted themselves. They play this on 3 and it didn't do anything? 5 cards in exile. If I draw an untapped white source, I win? See? Okay. Emery. Show me Emery. Milled Emery, Opal, Tomio, Amber. If I knew there was an untapped land on top of my library, I would play this guide, but I don't know. So can't do that. What are they thinking about? I don't know. Well, doing something else, I guess. Trying to bait him into popping this spell bomb because we could die if they go spell bomb, bounce this ranger captain. Other thing, I guess they could also just have a counter spell. I mean, it's surveil land. Okay, well that's good for me that they're not just either spell bombing it and then fucking untapping and killing me. They didn't use the mana for anything. Hello, Camster. I did stream Boros Energy today just for you. I hope you enjoy it. They put 2 on top, 0 on the bottom. That's good for me. Bounce into my hand. I'll be grabbing another guy of soul. Could get me cities. We have a lot of dammy next turn. Will I play in Charlotte? No, I'm not American. Why am I not American? Still allowed to play in Charlotte? Oh, I already played my RC, so I'm not. Okay, it's gonna go at you. This is gonna go at you. This is gonna Romeo. Two Tamios. Do I feel energized? Full of energy. Surging through my body. Okay. Wonder what they're bouncing. I am pretty bored advantageous, but I think I am dead to a breach. Hopefully they don't have it. Draw a card. Because they needed a breach. Unlucky. Alright, well, this is gonna take a while. I do feel blessed by the city. We gained a lot of life last turn. Feel very blessed by the city. You know? I don't know how they can ever beat this amount of life. I'm at a lot of life. So much life. They play Thassa's Oracle, maybe? Oh, pretty smart. I guess that would make a lot of sense, right? Spell Pierce, one Flame, one Haywire Mine, two Unholy Heat. Oh, there's a Thassa's Oracle. Ooh. Okay. Keep 3 Flage, it's really good. Why 3? Lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Meow, 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 meow. Hello, young McWinsauce. With a locked Salvado. Oh. He'll not be asking for a homie scoop. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Land. Those are the. Oh, I guess he probably has an island. But I hit the hedge maze. I don't think this fetches a red source anymore. Maybe they have a mountain. I remember seeing a mountain though. Oh. We know they have a pool. Alright, you can go. Galvblast timing, all I did was let them play another Tameo if they saw one. Yeah, you're right. There wasn't, they already used the Mox Hammer, there wasn't a reason for me to do it then. I just thought I want to kill it before they play an Amber, but if they just played an Amber, I could kill in response to it. Fired it off. Didn't think about it enough. Uh, this is a wizard. Tamio, Emery, Ottawara. Just Tamio. Land. Maybe I just have to jam the Pride there. Yeah, I don't know. Mulligans, mana wasn't good. I don't know. Hard to win. Hard to win. You don't think it's Dua Lipa? Should be updated now. Brennan said. Saga. Firing this off now. Okay. Bit odd, but all good. Tommy are dead? I don't think Tommy is. Is she dead? I didn't know she was dead. Rumble me. Breach, breach, hedge maze, fire spell. This is breach. Saga. What are we doing? Memory. Tomio. Sometime to ask for a homie scoop. I won't be doing that. I don't care that much. Tomio. I don't want my land to get like piling needle. Not that I think piling needle my land. Yeah, is that want that? I feel. Oracle, Spell Snare, Land. Chooses or what's the official watch? Breach bolt station. Uses breach. Never choose my own graveyard. Well, you see, there's a Seasoned Pyromancer in my graveyard that I don't want to exile. That would be pretty annoying. Exile. Because I want to be able to like flash it back. And can't really do that if I exile my own graveyard.